An article this week in Euronews reported that Belgrade, Serbia is seeing an influx of travelers from India who are arriving for a 2-week pit stop, a sort of quarantine holiday, in order to be allowed entry to the US, whilst travelers from India are banned in many countries around the world at the moment. Due to recent spirals in COVID-19 infection rates, India has registered more cases than any other country, except the US. They are allowed into America if they spend 14 days in another, safe, country first. Crucially, Serbia is not part of the EU, nor the accompanying Schengen area allowing free movement across the bloc. So whilst EU residents cannot go to the US on its current travel ban, Serbians can, as can Indian residents who spend 2 weeks there. The first week must be in quarantine. The irony is that vaccination rates are lower there than across the EU or the UK. Loopholes such as this one have been a recurring theme during the pandemic, with The Economist arguing this week that most COVID-19 travel restrictions should be scrapped, and The Atlantic making a case to rethink current international travel restrictions, which currently make little sense. Many people think that COVID-19 will impact upon travel for a long time to come. Indeed, Bloomberg has launched its travel reopening tracker, which will now track 1,538 travel combinations between 40 major business and tourism destinations so that travelers can try to keep up. At present, incidentally, only 20% of those destinations are currently considered more accessible. Does that mean, therefore, that travel bans will be with us for some time, or should they be scrapped altogether? A new report from the Migration Policy Institute, MPI, called Future Scenarios for Global Mobility in the Shadow of Pandemic has identified possible scenarios for how the world might travel, post-pandemic. The MPI is an independent, nonpartisan, nonprofit think tank in Washington, D.C. dedicated to the analysis of the movement of people worldwide. The report states that countries make decisions based upon their risk tolerance, vaccination rollouts, as well as the progression and mutation of the virus, but crucially, without working together, countries will find themselves creating exclusive tiers of people with different rights regarding travel. Megan Benton, the Director for International Research at MPI, states that whatever scenario happens to occur, international mobility will have to navigate a seismic shift in approaches to border management under all plausible scenarios. Benton adds that many countries are looking inwards, focused on reducing the threat of the latest troubling variant, but they need to look ahead and work together to safely get the world moving again. International travel has always been a function of wealth, which passport someone owns dictates how many countries someone is allowed to enter, and how easily.